Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us on Facebook Live to talk about bundles. My name is Jody Domingue, and I'm the Executive Director of Anti-Trafficking at One More Child. And I'm here with my good friend, Ms.
Hey.
Cassandra Maximilian.
Yes.
Yes, that's her last name. Coolest last name ever. And she is the National Director of Partnerships and the creator
Aw.
of bundles.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're so excited to talk to you today. We're going to talk about some of my favorite topics, Cassandra. We're going to talk about an unmet need
Yeah.
with the people that we serve at One More Child, a discovery of that need and a way to meet it,
Yeah.
and then how to partner with us in doing that. And it all involves one of our favorite topics, hair.
Yay!
How
Who
cool is
doesn't love
that?
hair, right?
Hair is awesome. So we're so excited to talk about this and how you can help with our bundles initiative.
Awesome.
So to get us started, I really want to talk about some statistics, Cassandra, and then we'll kind of get in and unpack how you came up with this brilliant idea with bundles and how people get involved. But let's set the stage a little bit, right? So we do here at One More Child, we work with trafficked children and adults, foster children, single moms, hungry children, struggling families. And so we look a lot at trends, right? And who we're helping and who needs help. And there is one that comes up commonly, and it's pretty startling. It's that almost half of individuals who are trafficked are actually people of color.
Yeah, yeah. When I heard that, I was like, what in the world? But it's true. It's true. Yeah.
Absolutely. And another statistic that's startling that affects everyone that we serve here is that 23% of children in the foster care system are African American when they actually make up 14% of the population.
Wow. Yeah, it's too much.
Too much, right? And so what we know, and we'll talk a little bit about trafficking too in this, is that sometimes we have in our head what it looks like, right? And sometimes we think it's like individuals getting kidnapped at the grocery store, right? And in reality, those are myths.
Okay.
Trafficking actually affects individuals who are marginalized, right? Who
Yeah.
have vulnerabilities. And that actually has a lot to do with hair. And we're going to get to that in a little bit. So as we talk about these statistics and individuals who need our care, what that looks like, how to meet some needs, this whole idea of bundles came to play. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yes. Oh, this is my favorite part to talk about the creation story, right? How it came to pass. And so I usually like to share that just when I came on board here at One More Child, the best place to work, right? I was tasked with the task of meeting everyone on staff and meeting directors and different things like that. And so I sent out a mass email. I don't know if it was like the smartest thing to do looking back now, but I was like, if you need help, let me know. My name is Cassandra. I'm new here. If you're a department here and you're a department head, I'm here to help. And so at that point, the director of anti-trafficking came to my office and was like, Cassandra, she shared with me the statistic that you shared. About 50% of the women who are being trafficked are actually women of color. And she said, I need your help. And I'm thinking, what in the world could I help out with? Like, does she want me to save people or like be on the team now? I don't know. And she said, I need hair care products. And I'm like, okay, why? And she said that the girls that are coming in, if that's 50% of the statistic, that means that half of the population that we were serving within One More Child was largely women of color.
Right.
And so she said that it's not that we're not getting donations in, it's that the donations that we're getting in are not feasible to all of our clients, and we need hair care products. I don't know what to get, but I know that we need something.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I think I can help. Let me get the weekend to put something together and let me see what I come up with. And literally at that moment, with that story alone, Bundles was born. And so with Bundles, we have a bag of supplies where we have shampoo and conditioner, daily moisturizer, oils, leave-in conditioner. I mean, everything and everything, even to supplies. Wide teeth combs, hard brushes, and all of this stuff, and a satin cap. Jody, do you know what a satin cap is?
I have seen them.
Okay.
Yes.
So satin caps is literally exactly what it is. It's a cap that's made out of satin so that we can keep our oils in our hair at night and doesn't go all over the pillowcase or anything like that, and keeps our hair nice as well. And so all of those items are actually in the bag as well. And so even as I like to share this too, but even as I was trying to put the bag together, I was like, okay, should I put the last two items in there, and that's the edge control and the edge control brush. I mean, the bag was getting pretty pricey. It was kind of like heading towards $60. I'm like, I don't know, but I want this young lady to have whatever she needs in this bag. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. So at that moment, I gave the bag and said, okay, here it is. Tell me how it works. They came back to me and said, Cassandra, how did you know? How did I know what, right? And they're like, how did you know to put these two items in the bag? And I'm like, I just kind of went with my gut, right?
Yeah.
I just kind of went with my gut and did that. And they're like, these two items are the favorite items in the entire bag.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is so moving. And they told me that before they had the actual bundle bag, they were using toothbrush and toothpaste to lay down their edges as well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no way, like we can't do this anymore. Like when we give a bundle bag, we are telling our girls that, hey, you don't have to figure it out by yourself.
Yeah.
These items are inclusive of your diversity, and we got you covered as well.
I love that.
Yeah.
Cassandra, I love too that you're like, do I include the extras? Right. And that brings me back to a time where I've worked in child welfare for some time, and with anti-trafficking with some time. And it takes me back to when I actually worked in a residential program with youth that were girls.
Yeah.
And they were all high risk for trafficking. And I will never forget, we had one young lady who was just not washing her hair. And this happened frequently. And we actually, as a staff, thought it was a hygiene issue, right? And for us, we work with children who are traumatized. And so that's common to have different things going on. And so we were preparing ourselves to have this very difficult conversation about hygiene and the importance of hygiene. And it was going to be a teaching moment, just really geared up for this conversation. And I remember sitting with this young lady, and I remember starting the conversation and starting to ask some questions. And I'm like, well, it seems like you haven't been washing your hair. And she said, and it's heartbreaking reflecting on it, she said, Miss Jody, I would love to wash my hair, but the stuff that is donated here and to other places that I've been, it actually makes my hair fall out because it's not made for my hair. Right? And that was such a critical, gut-wrenching moment of, we got to do a better job taking care of people, right? And Cassandra, I don't think people understand the connection between hair and trafficking because, when people are trafficked, a lot of times these traffickers really focus on vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
And how much do we care about our hair?
Yeah.
Right? I don't know about you, but I'm always sucked into those influencers, right, on Instagram. They start to do the tutorials. I am sucked in because we care about hair so much.
Yeah.
So for the individuals that we're serving, they really care about their hair. And when I think about us, right, as the body of Christ, as the care providers, if we are not meeting their needs, guess who's going to meet their needs?
The trafficker.
The trafficker.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Girls and boys, because boys are trafficked. I want to put that out there and highlight that. But when girls specifically are not getting their needs met when it comes to their hair, that's one of the first thing a girl will tell you if they're in and out of care is that they can't wait to look forward to running so that they can actually get their hair done so they can start to feel better about themselves.
It's like chilling, right? I think this is one of my favorite parts that you really explained, Jody, because some people are asking, like, hair, out of all the things that you can provide for a woman who has now transitioned into this new life as a survivor, hair is really the best thing that we can do. And it's like, yes, absolutely. Like you said it so plainly that if we don't do this, then they're tempted to go back to someone who will do this. And I love this with One More Child because it's like, you don't have to even be tempted to look back. You don't even want a side eye, okay? Into the past life. Like we have everything covered here. And so this is why I love how you say that bundles is such a tangible need that we get to say like, hey, we don't have to miss the mark. We can meet the need here.
Yeah, it's intervention. Yeah. It's prevention, right? And I know you talked about the price, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But when we think about what we pay for our hair care products, right, and we are meant to be gracious givers to people in need of services, that's nominal when you consider this person, because those needs aren't met, they may actually run back into the arms of that trafficker and think about the additional trauma that's happening every single time that they do. And Cassandra, I want to point out that bundles don't just help anti-trafficking,
Yeah.
right? We have single moms,
Yes.
we have
Yes.
foster
Yeah.
children, we have all these different areas that we serve that bundles can really
Absolutely.
benefit our
Absolutely.
people.
We just had about like 50 bundle bags literally go to our single moms on a campus.
Oh, that's exciting.
And so super exciting bundles. It really is this answer that helps out in a really cool way for even foster parents as well who've been, struggling. What do I even buy? I have a child, a mixed child now, or a child of color. I don't know how to do their hair,
Yeah.
I had a lady who came to me and she said, you literally provided the solution of what to do when my child is with me on the weekend or her granddaughter's with her on the weekend.
Right.
And I'm like, I love it. It has all the tools you need in this one bag and everything that you need in there as well. So it's awesome.
Yeah. And Cassandra, myself and my team, we're so fortunate to get to see what it looks like when we hand these bags over. And I can just tell you, there is joy. There is this feeling that is just palatable. You can feel it of they feel seen and they feel loved, right? Because it's something meant for them that understands their unique needs and diversity and beauty. And we didn't hold back, right? We put in all the extras that they would need to really take care of themselves.
Yes, I love it. I think one cool thing that we have to mention is, where did the name bundles come from?
I was just about to ask you that. We were getting to that. I love it.
So many people ask me that, like, bundles, where did that name come from? Why did you call it bundles? And I like to share this, right? Bundles and means two different things in two different communities, right? And so in the Black community, I don't know if you know this, but bundles actually means hair, like extensions. And so I bought like 6 bundles to do my hair this weekend, right?
Looks beautiful.
Thank you. And then bundles also means like a bundle bag, a bundle or a bundle of joy. We use that phrase a lot, right? And so I was like, this is the perfect name to call this. It's going to make a connection to all these different communities as well. When people pack bundles, they're saying, oh my goodness, look at this bundle bag. It's going to bring a bundle of joy. And I have some ladies of color who come to me all the time. And so they ask, is there a correlation between the name bundles and the hair as well? I'm like, absolutely. So there's your answer.
That is such an awesome answer. And Cassandra, this is really a God-sized idea, right? That He just imparted on you. And we're so grateful. So tell us, what do we do? How do we get involved?
Yes. My next favorite question is we want you to pray for this, because since bundles started, it has literally blown up in a good way. It's blown up. It is moving faster than I can even think of, and we just want you to pray for these women who are receiving it, these kids who are receiving these bundle bags. I love Jody so much because as we're just kind of packing the bags and I'm meeting with people who want to partner to provide the bags, Jody is a part of the ladies who gets to pass and hand the bags to the receivers and the recipients of this as well. And so we want to pray for Jody. We want to pray for her team, the anti-trafficking team. And we also want to pray for these girls, pray for the movement of bundles, as well as it starts to spread. This year, it's the first time that bundles are actually leaving the state lines of Florida.
That's so exciting.
And so it's going national as well. So continue to pray as we get more funds to come into. We also want you to make sure you pass along the information. You hear about this and you're like, oh, like, how do I help out with this? Or maybe I want to make more people to be involved. Yes, you can do that. Your church, your community, even your job can be a part of this as well. If you want to give this information to a church leader so that your church can do a bundles packing party, make sure you do that as well, or a friend. And it's $60 a bag. So if all friends or like 5 other friends of yours give $10 each, you have a bundle bag packed right there as well. And the last thing we want you guys to do is partner with One More Child as well. And at onemorechild.org/fund bundles, you can make sure you can partner with us to either pay for one bundle or get your whole entire community to pay for a ton of bundles to do a bundle packing party as well.
Okay, so we have our marching orders. Pray, pass along the information, partner. It is a fee. It's $60, but that $60 goes into this beautifully packed bag. We're doing handwritten notes in each bag to let every individual that received them know that they're prayed for, they're seen, they're loved, and they are just so well accepted.
And you guys get to be a part of this too, which is so cool. I know that when it comes to anti-trafficking, people hear it and they almost can get overwhelmed of like, how do I be a part of something so big. Like, this is modern. This is today. This is the trafficking is happening today. And how do I get to be a part of this? And this is a small part to be of something big.
Yeah,
and
huge.
so you can be a part of this with just bundles.
Yeah. I cannot minimize the effects of, again, what we call those pull factors and vulnerability and how big hair is tied to that. So again, this is a huge prevention effort with anti-trafficking. So we want you to pray, pass, and partner right with us. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Cassandra, for this brilliant idea and how we serve people better, right? So serve one more child better, one more trafficking survivor better, one more foster child better. We're just so grateful that you're a part of our team and that we are able to partner with all of you to make bundles happen to everyone we're serving here at One More Child.
And thanks, Jody, for your yes. This is just a reflection of the incredible organization we get to work for.
Absolutely. Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye.